Briefly, tell me about yourself.
Hi, my name is Roger Aite. I'm currently a public health major at Georgia State University. I'm in my third year, so I'm a junior. Um, I speak multiple languages. Uh, I like to read. I'm very dedicated to my work, and I've been told that I'm an interesting guy to work with, and I am very passionate about what I do.
Can you give me an example of a professional skill that goes way beyond the average?
Like I've said before, I am a student at Georgia State University. Um, I speak multiple languages, French being one of them, and I'm well aware that the language is very helpful in the field. Being able to understand and speak French and write French fluently, it's not really a skill that I think majority of people have. I know some people have it, but being able to being fluent in both of them is a very advanced skill in my opinion to have, and I think that would really take me far, especially in this kind of program.
You have all the skills needed to perform in this position.
Well, I believe that I'm very skilled in multiple ways, especially in ways that could help me fulfill this position. Uh, I'm resourceful. Um, I'm an avid reader. I like to read and understand things. Um, I am well steady. I like to take my time with what I am doing. I don't try not to rush, of course. Um, what else? Like I said before, I'm educated. I try my best to learn new things, and of course, if there is a skill that I of course don't know that could help me better perform, I will of course go and try to learn it. Speak to the managers, my supervisor, and try to get their intake, and help me to improve my already the skills that I already have, and see if I can better myself in that field.
Have you thought about what your salary expectations are?
Well, of course, I have thought about it. And I also know that this is an entry level job. It's more of a fellowship, so I don't expect to be paid, in such a grand scheme way. But I was thinking that, uh, you know, maybe I can talk to you guys to see what salary you guys have available, before I commit my decisions. And we can see if our salary, mine and yours, match up in a way. So, what salary do you have available to pay me?
How have your other interviews gone? And are you getting close on anything?
Um, I haven't. You guys are my first interview. You guys are the first one that I applied to. You guys are the one that I really want. I know that I have the skills necessary to obtain the job. So I haven't I haven't gotten back from. I know that I have the skills necessary to perform the job that I'll be needed for here. So I'm not. I haven't really push myself into other interview. But of course, I have applied for other positions just recently, and I'm waiting to go to the interviews later on. But right now you guys are the first people that have I have been interviewed by.
What's the most important characteristic of a company that you would want to work for?
Of course, I like a company that is well loved, that is that have good integrity, is well disciplined, treat all the workers fairly and equally, does not um segregate and show difference in between work and in between coworkers, treat everybody the same. I like a company that value their employees and not just the profit that they're making. And I like companies that as this is a public health position, and where our job is to service the community. I like a company that take that as their top priority, and not just worry about how we can make money, but how we can help grow the community and become better as a whole.
What most interests you about working for this company?
Well, I have been taking a look at this company for a while. I like the way that you guys have been structured. This is a very high classified company. You guys are sponsored by the CDC, which is well versed in the health industry, probably one of the best. Um, So I would like to work for one of the best because I want to. In order to make an impact in the world, you have to be able to put your feet out there and get out there and put yourself in situations and in places that are value highly. So I want to be able to know that I'm working for um, I'm working for a system that is built on improving life and getting further and further in life.
What would your references say about you?
Well, first I believe that they will say this is a little bit tricky to answer. I'm trying not to answer this without talking too much, of myself. But I think they will say a lot of positive things about me. They will say that I'm a hard worker. I like to, you know, help those who need help. I'm a team oriented. I like to play. I'm not to play a part in the whole team system. I'm not selfish. I'm a fast learner. Uh, I'm very cooperative. Um, I try not to cause trouble. I always trying to figure out the best way so I can solve issues that need to be solved in a timely manner. Um, I'm goal oriented. I like to get myself done, and I always like to meet my deadline. That's some of the things that about myself that I have been told by other people that I'm capable of and good at doing.
Why did you choose this as a profession?
Well, I have always been interested in the health profession. I have always been interested in helping others. I've always been interested in, bettering the world. I have seen many people from, as you may know that I'm not American. I was born and raised back home in Africa, so I've seen, the health system there is it's not very highly rated. Professors in the health fields aren't very educated. They do things in roundabout way. They don't, it's not straight. So I have always tried to um, figure out if there's a way for me to one day do way better and take my knowledge and go share with people back home and help them so they can grow so that we can have a better health system and health and have a better public health system in that country so we can be healthier and sustain a better lifestyle.
Would you relocate as part of your job if asked to?
As of right now, yes, I will be able to relocate because you know outside of outside of school, there's not that many other barriers that's stopping me from getting from relocating and moving somewhere. I am currently single. I'm not married, so I don't have to worry about moving my kid. It would just be me, which would be easy. Um, the only thing that could stop me is school, but there's also ways around that. Via online classes. So I won't have any issue with relocating for the position if needed. Yes, I do have a couple of questions before we end this interview. My first one is, how do you guys deal with um, workplace violence? If somebody has, if there's been violence, people things get out of hand and people start, you know, harassing or talking bad about each other, which could escalate to fist fight and stuff like that. What do you guys do about that? That's my first question. My second question is, um, if ever there is a if ever there was an issue amongst coworker and one of them decides to go to say HR, how would you guys deal with that? Would you guys take the person that's reporting the information word for it and take action from there, or would you try to understand the situation from both sides and see if maybe there's more to the story than what is being led on? My third question is, how do you guys treat your coworkers? Do you guys treat them fairly with respect? Do you guys care for your coworkers? And is there opportunity to grow in this company, or would you just stay in one spot, or would there be a way for you to be able to move up and become higher than what you started off with? As for the customer is always right question. The name of the food for the restaurant will be um, Roger's Spectacular Fufu because that's my favorite food. In most places, if I'm African, so that's the one of the main food that I eat. I eat it everywhere that I go. I don't mind if I could cook it myself. Most if time I go to an African restaurant, I always try to ask if they have fufu, and if they do, I will try it because that's my favorite food. So that's probably what the name of the food would be at the restaurant if only a food is ever named after me.